How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another video. I'm here at the Patrick Auto Body and Collision Center, and we got a fun one for you today because we're going to be going over the painting process. Now, you saw in our video a couple months ago where we went through the paint matching process on how they actually formulate paint colors. Well, today we're going to go over the next step, and that is actually going to be getting in the paint booth with our head painter, Frank. He's going to show you all of the steps and how it works, go through the whole process with you. We're going to get into it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
This is our head painter, Frank. He has been working in the automotive industry for over 50 years. So if there's anyone with the knowledge and experience to fix your car properly, you better count on Frank because he knows exactly what he's doing. Here you can see he's applying tape to the tailgate of this Mini Cooper. This Mini Cooper suffered some damage to the lower tailgate and the rear bumper, so that is what we're going to be taking care of and painting today. Here you can see that he's taping off the vehicle. Anywhere that he doesn't want paint, he's going to tape off and make sure that it only gets applied to the correct areas. There you can see that white spot on the lower tailgate. That is where the damage occurred on the vehicle, and that is why we are going to be painting the rear tailgate and the rear bumper of this Mini Cooper. You can see that he's fully taping off all the edges around the damage. He's going to be painting the entirety of the tailgate and the rear bumper just to make sure it has a perfect color match. Once the car is fully taped off, he is going to be applying a UV primer to the damaged area of the vehicle where the paint is specifically going to go. Once the primer is applied, he will use a UV light to dry the primer. It is actually going to fully dry and cure in under a minute. It is fantastic, and it saves a ton of time in the repair process, and it allows the car to be painted much quicker than if we used a traditional primer that has to set and dry for a long period of time. After the primer has dried, he will use his sanding equipment to sand down the primer that was just applied to ensure a nice smooth finish along the tailgate of the vehicle. You'll notice that he's using a variety of sanders and techniques to ensure a nice smooth finish along the tailgate of this vehicle. He will also do the same on the rear bumper as well. Sanding down areas unaffected by damage is also important because this allows new paint to stick to those body panels and ensure the longevity of the repairs. Here you'll see Frank using a photospectrometer. It is a device that will accurately read the paint on the vehicle and allow our computerized paint system to make a perfect paint match. Since this is a used vehicle and the car has been out in the sun and experienced regular wear and tear, the paint color is going to be slightly different than it was when it left the factory, usually a slightly duller color. Having this machine saves a lot of time with accurately matching paint colors. Once the information from the photospectrometer is put into our painting computer system, it will give a readout of what it measured on the car and give a representation of what that paint will look like in the finished product. He can then match it up to the existing paint color on the car to ensure a perfect match. After that, he will tell the software to create the mixing formula and begin mixing the paint color. Here's a time lapse of Frank mixing the paint for the Mini Cooper. If you want to watch a full breakdown of all of the steps it takes to create a paint color, click on the link in the top right corner to take you to our color matching video where we go step by step through that process. And now into the paint booth. First thing Frank's going to do is cover the entirety of the rest of the car in plastic to make sure paint doesn't go anywhere that's not wanted, and do a final mask off of the rear of the vehicle, again to ensure that paint goes only where it's required. Next, you'll see Frank cleaning and drying off the body panels, ensuring that no dirt or other contaminants are on the car's surface that will affect the outcome of the paint finish. You will also see him applying a black primer to where the bodywork was done on the vehicle. A dark colored primer is used because the original color of the vehicle was darker. This will ensure that the bodywork that was done will be completely unnoticeable in the final result. Next, Frank will be spraying reducer and hardener onto the Mini Cooper. The reducer's job is to thin out the paint to ensure that it flows out of the spray gun correctly and leaves a nice thin layer of paint. The hardener's job is to harden the paint, ensuring that it dries evenly and quickly. He will be speeding up this process by using a small heat gun. This also ensures that the paint dries easily on the body. Once the reducer and hardener is cured, he'll be going in with the paint color. This color is Mini's Kite Blue, and it will look fantastic in the end result, which you'll see in a second. And the final step, once the base color is applied, will be the clear coat. And here you'll see the final result looking flawless.
Hi, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. How cool of an experience was that? Just getting inside the paint booth, being right in there in the action. If you have any thoughts on what you'd like to see in future videos, please let us know. We'd love to hear your suggestions. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.